got bling, 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 bling.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, don't try to adjust your TV dial. These are them boys, them cowboys. I'm representing. You already know what my name is. It's the Ernest Facing Show. Oh, by the way, who do I have? I've got my camera guy, Mr. Hollywood Walton. A football season. So how because records don't lie, isn't that true?
You got that right.
That's right. This is
That's right.
Football Central right now.
There it is.
One of the things, Holly, that we spoke about in the green room that I want to start out by speaking about was the injuries, brother, that has plagued a lot of teams. You want to speak on that?
Well, you need your players. And when they get hurt, you put yourself behind the 8 ball. And it's hard to catch up. You know, football is football. It's a fast sport.
That's right.
And if you ain't got your team together, you might as well forget it.
That's right. A team that comes to my mind has been decimated with injuries. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh.
All of a sudden, Tommy Boy is not the same. Oh, by the way, I'm 45 years old and I'm dealing with a divorce, which is all up in my magudum alum bottom, my cranium there.
Right, you're right with that. I think he's got more
You
problems.
can see it in his face, can't
Right.
you? He's lost weight.
He lost weight, and I also think that he's really not concentrating too much on football because all that stuff that's going on.
Well, brother, he came back after 40 days?
Right?
And pump fake Giselle. Giselle says, guess what? You know what? I'm out.
Do you blame her?
No. And the other thing is, put that camera on me. And the other thing, you're watching the Pig RITV, this version of the NFL live. And that is where? Right here in Providence, Rhode Island. Stephen A. Smith ain't got nothing on me. And if you want him, if you get to him, let him know that I'm calling him out, because this is the #1 sports network right here, the Ernest Facing Show. So glad that you've come in. I know you'll appreciate this because we're going to touch on some topics that you've been wondering about, and so we're going to try to put some clarity to what we're doing. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with your eyesight. I have America's team here.
Oh, God.
And I got my boy Holly with the New York football.
All the way. All the way, man.
Lawrence Taylor Giants.
LT. G-Man all the way.
That's right. Brady has lost Gronk.
Right.
Mike Evans.
Right.
Godwin. And Brady. So he really doesn't have nobody to throw to.
Well, Evans is back right now, and but they're not playing. They're off. They're off a little. But
he lost Ndamukong Suh.
Oh yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And Shaq Barrett, number 58, got hurt, the linebacker.
Well, like we just said, injuries plays a big part of the game.
It does.
You know,
it's a war of attrition. Is that what it said?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
And remember, when they won the Super Bowl, they all was healthy.
That's right.
Now it's a different story.
I know. What is your thought on the Indianapolis Colts benching Matt Ryan?
I think that was a mistake because he's dealing with a lot of injuries too.
Well, you don't have Jonathan Taylor.
There you go.
Who led the league in rushing last year.
Yeah, he gained over 1,700 yards.
I know. How do you take that out of your arsenal?
And when you don't have that around you, you're going to fail.
That's right. And one of Bishop Hendrickson's own, Kwity Paye.
That's another one, defense.
That's right.
You know,
and defense, as we both know, wins championships.
Right, and they were considered one of the favorites for the Super Bowl.
I know, because they had all three levels: special teams,
yes,
offense, and defense.
There you go. They had everything.
And now all of a sudden they're looking at the basement now.
It's a tough road. It's a tough road for them. Yes,
it's a tough road. And then I also want to speak on, Holly, about the injuries which coincide when you don't play in the preseason. it is very difficult to simulate the speed of the NFL. Is that correct?
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Would you say that is maybe a microcosm of why we're getting some of these injuries?
Yes, but also I think it's because of the field and stuff. Natural grass is
Yeah.
good for them. When you start playing on turf and you
your-
make a turn,
Your
it doesn't
cleat, your
give.
cleat gets stuck.
Right. I think they all should go back to natural turf.
And that's why I like the frozen tundra
That's right.
of Lambeau Field.
And that's natural turf.
That's right. Who, by the way, you cannot buy ownership. The fans own the
There
team.
you go. Yes. Yes.
And that's what I like, old school Vince Lombardi football. I'm sure a lot of you do too. Smash mouth, like Michael Parsons is doing.
Oh yeah.
Your thoughts
oh, yeah.
on Michael Parsons?
He's a beast. He's a
Is
beast.
he the
man.
NFL defensive player of the
He's
league
got to
right
be.
now?
He got to be. He got to be.
Because Aaron Donald had that for the last 2 or 3 years. I think that it's a changing of the guard.
It is, and they consider him the next LT.
I know.
There's
I'm
only
gonna let
one
you
LT.
speak- I'm gonna let you speak to that.
It's only one LT, you know.
You heard what LT say when we went up there and beat you, by the way, there in the Meadowlands.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
LT, they interviewed him and stuck a microphone in his face. I'm not sure that's probably bad for your health. But he was gracious enough to
Right.
actually accommodate the reporter. He said, yeah, the kid is good. But then he turned as he was walking away and said, now he's got to play 13 more years. Hello.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know, there's only one LT.
There's
That's
only
it.
one. LaDainian Tomlinson, why did you try to call yourself LT?
Well, he
Yeah.
had problems. He couldn't win the big games. That
Well,
was
that's
one of the
right.
biggest problem with him.
That's right.
You know,
that's
San
right.
Diego always had great teams.
Phillip Rivers,
Phillip Rivers and
Yeah.
all the running backs.
Junior
Steve
Seau, God rest his soul.
Right. And they just couldn't get to the next level.
They could not. Phillip Rivers, I think.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers, yeah. And he also went up to Indianapolis to play for a while, too.
I know. And so we definitely are in agreement that injuries
Oh, yeah, 100%.
play a big
100%. None, you know,
the best ability is availability.
that's right.
You like that one?
I love it.
Yeah. We're here, PEG RA TV. It's the football show. We're halfway through the NFL season. So therefore, I've enlisted my paisan here. He's got the wrong jersey on. Mr. Holly Walton, who, by the way, has run over 156,000 miles on them legs. How many marathons?
30.
Only 30, huh?
Yeah, that's all I did.
Yeah, well, you've
That's
done
enough.
30 more than I've done.
You know?
Yeah, man. So we're going to move right along. Speaking about players who have been to the mountaintop,
Right.
who've stayed at the mountaintop, who
Right.
now look like Father Time, last I checked, Holly, is undefeated. Tom Brady, how many more years will he play?
I think right now he's going to play again, but I don't think he's going to be with Tampa.
Okay. You think because now that he knows and we know that the divorce is final, now his mental capacity can focus on football now?
Right. And that's what he will do, you know. And I think, you know, because he had a bad year, which it is a bad year for him.
Oh, for sure.
I think what he's going to do is he's going to take a step back, and I think he's going to play maybe another year or two.
Really? Who would you say he's going to play with, though?
I had a funny hunch.
The Bucks are 3-4, right?
They're 3-4, and no, they're 3-5. To be honest with you, they're 3-5.
Okay.
You're right.
And they play the Rams.
They play the
They're gonna
Rams,
be
who are
3-6.
3-5. Yeah. And
They're going to be 3-6.
and I think what's going to happen, I think he might play with Indianapolis.
Do you?
Yes, I just got a funny hunch because they have an indoor stadium.
Okay.
And they got
So
talent.
you don't have to weather the elements like you did up here in Foxborough.
No, you got talent. They got talent on
You
that
do
team.
on all three levels.
Right,
You got an all-pro running back, Jonathan Taylor.
right.
You've got what? They need a wide receiver, though.
Oh, they do. Well, they'll get a wide receiver. You know, that guy's.
Well, Brady's going to go there. You're going to have to get a wide
You're going to get a wide receiver, and people will follow him.
They will, even though Father Time is undefeated.
Right, they are. Father Time, you can't beat it, but you see what's happening. He
A
played.
lot of people don't feel sorry for Tom. Tom has got 7 world championships.
Well, yeah.
He's worth probably $300 million. Oh, by the way, when you leave the field, CBS or Fox has offered you $375 million
For 10 years.
For 10 years. Last I checked, that's $37.5 million.
He don't
a
need
year.
to work.
No,
He don't-
he's good right now.
He's good right there.
I don't know if Tom could be as good a commentator as he is a football player.
Some people are not.
Yeah. Tony Romo.
It's very good.
Yeah, very good. But my question, and a lot of you Dallas Cowboy fans, you're watching Peg TV, the football show. I'm not quite sure why he could not translate all of that talent on the field.
It seems like
Excellent commentator.
he's one of the best. He's one of the best. I mean, they paying him a lot of money now.
Yeah, he makes more than Jim Nance.
Yes, he does. He does. But he seems like, he knows the game because he played the game. So when you hear him talk, he knows what's going to happen before they even run the play.
You ever hear Jim Nance? What are they going to do here, Tony?
That's right. And he tells them.
Yeah. Well, he's the quarterback.
That's right.
Last I checked, the quarterback is the smartest guy on the team.
That's right.
That's why they pay those guys.
That's right.
He's got the ball in his hand, 90% of the time?
90% of the time, and he knows the play that he's going to call. And when he's up on that stage,
yes,
Tony, he calls that play out.
That's right. Oh, by the way, 8 years ago in Green Bay, Dez Bryant, it was a catch.
Right.
They finally said it, but a little too late.
Right.
We were going to go to Super Bowl that year.
Well, that was your time.
That was the time.
That was your time.
And so, you can't cry over spilt milk.
Nope. Nope.
And what added salt to the wound was the NFL saying that it was a catch.
Well, they always do that.
Yeah.
It's way too late.
What they call a mute point?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
I don't want to hear that. It's a family show.
Yeah, you can't say that, but
I can, but I won't.
Yeah, you can say it after you get off the stage, off the television here. You can say, well, you know what it was.
Yeah. Y'all loving this? Hey, we giving you everything you want. The thing about football, ladies and gentlemen, look at the world. Look at situation. Gas prices, global warming, Ukraine. At least for 3 hours during your Sunday, you can take your mind, your thoughts, and everything away and be with your family and enjoy the last gladiator sport on the face of the earth.
That's right.
That's why I say football brings people together.
It does.
Baseball used to be the national pastime. Football is the national pastime.
Football
now.
Took over everything right now.
It sure did.
It is.
It sure did. And like you said, we spoke on Brady, all these OGs. Aaron Rodgers. What in the world is going on in Green Bay?
I think he hurt them by, he kept saying, I'm coming back, I'm not coming back. And then they gave him that $50 million a year.
Yeah, three years,
and then
$150 million.
he was able to sit on with the big bosses and make decisions. Well, he made it by making that money, he lost his top wide receiver.
He lost Devontae Adams
Right.
with the Raiders doing like this, deer in the headlights.
Right. And
Ollie, last I checked, $50 million. We're in the wrong business, man.
Well, the business of sports is getting so expensive now. It's unbelievable.
It is. But you do make a good point. That $150 million, he ate up the salary cap.
Yes, he did.
So you cannot go out and sign free agents.
Right.
Because all the money is going to Aaron.
That's right. And now you see what he's doing. Now
and Aaron is eating mushrooms. Adanushka something. He's all psychedelic. I used to live out in Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. And remember they showed him jumping off the waterfall?
Yes, they did.
I think Aaron has been slightly altered ever since then. You check him out, though?
I do. I used to like him, but now I don't because he tends to blame everybody else for his mistakes.
And you don't call your young teammates
No,
out
you don't.
in public.
No, you don't.
You go to his locker, and if you're a leader, and talk to him, in private.
As being a coach, I used to coach cross country. When some kids didn't run well, you didn't take them out there and make them embarrassed. You took them to the side and said, "This is what you need to do."
That's right, because people won't respect you.
No, you don't.
Like that.
And I don't think his team respects him.
And let's be honest, Aaron is not what we call a good leader. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I don't think he's a great leader because the last 3 years he won 13 games, and every time the last 2 games was in his place, and he lost.
Right. Being a Dallas Cowboy fan, I mean, I've suffered through a lot, but it seems like, would you say that we do have a Super Bowl defense?
I think you do. I actually do.
Michael Parsons is, you said, the second coming of LT. I mean, the guy, and he ran one back for a touchdown last week.
You can't defend against that guy like that. He's too good.
Well, he runs
He's
a 40. They said his top speed was over 21 miles an hour.
You're right. He runs a 4.4. Where do you get a guy that big running a 4.4?
I know.
Come on.
He's 6'4", 250.
That's what I'm saying. You know?
And I don't think, is CeeDee Lamb for us, speaking about the Cowboys real quick, is he a true number one?
No, I don't think he is.
He's a little light in the pocket, isn't
right. But when I think, he's a number two, they need to get a number one. But they want to stay
Odell
back.
Odell Beckham.
He just got to stay healthy.
I know.
With the two, you remember he had that ACL on the same knee.
Super Bowl.
That's the second time on that same knee.
And me and you both were in the green room. If he had stayed healthy in the Super Bowl,
he would have been MVP.
He would have been MVP.
Without a doubt.
If it wasn't him, it should have been Aaron Donald because he made the last two sacks. I don't know why you give it to Cooper Kupp.
Because wide receivers, when you start doing that, just like the quarterbacks,
prima donna, the pretty boys.
Yeah, they're the ones who always get the credit, but it's not the guys who play the defense that get the credit.
So have we seen Aaron Rodgers last days?
Now I think he's going to be there for his 2 years.
Well, he's going to get that $100 million.
I think right now he's struggling, and
he doesn't have Devontae Adams.
He doesn't have that, but he doesn't use the two running backs the way he should.
That's correct.
Will
Aaron Rodgers win another Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I'll tell you what I'm going to win. I'm going to win you over because you're watching PEG-RAG TV, the Ernest Faison Show. I got my buddy, Mr. Holly Walton. This is the football show. This is halfway through the season. We find out the contenders from the pretenders. You can't hide because we're looking right at your record right now.
That's right.
So you just stated to me you don't feel like Aaron Rodgers will win another Super Bowl?
No.
Let's talk about some of these other guys. Matthew Stafford.
I think he was lucky. He fell into the right spot
at the
right time. But now he's starting to realize he doesn't have enough players around him.
Oh, by the way, you lost Von Miller, too.
There you go.
You lost Von Miller, and that's a problem.
That's a problem on that defense, but also his offensive line, they're hurt.
Yeah, and Whitworth is gone, too.
Yeah, he's
Big
gone.
boy.
So he's finding out how tough it is.
That's right. And remember that movie, The Blind Side?
Yeah, Blind Side.
That's why if you're right-handed quarterback, that's why they paid the left tackle.
That's right, to
because
protect
when you're
your
going
back.
back, I can't see this.
That's right.
Little things that idiosyncrasies that you and I know that maybe John Q. Public out here.
Well, if you go back to when Tampa Bay beat the daylights out of Kansas City, his all four linemen were hurt.
Well, that's right. And I got a theory. If he has his linemen, I think they beat Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah. I think they would have.
The way Mahomes was rolling?
Right. He didn't have his linemen, so they took advantage of him and they beat him up.
Right. So the MVP race, we're moving along here because we're about halfway through. The MVP race as far as the league and the best quarterback in the league, Josh Allen is right there. But
without a doubt.
Patrick, to me, if I need one drive to win a game, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes.
I think Patrick Mahomes is a complete quarterback.
He is. Josh Allen needs to quit all that running, I think.
He's going to get hurt.
Yeah, he needs to quit all that running.
He's going to get hurt.
I know he is.
Sooner or later you get hurt, and he's got a great team, but he's got a great wide receiver, and I don't know why he doesn't use them the right way.
Right. I want to get a lot in because we got about another 10, 15 minutes to go. So Von Miller, is he the missing piece that's going to get Buffalo over the hump?
I think he is. I just think that they had no injuries.
That's right.
And you got about...
Well, they had a safety.
Safety.
That was it.
Yeah, but now you got 9 games still to play.
That's right.
And
you just picked up that running back from the Colts.
Right.
Nyheim Hines.
Right.
And Chubb is going to be big. Nick
Chubb. Without a doubt.
Yeah, excuse me, Bradley Chubb.
Bradley, right.
From, who did he come from? The Broncos.
Yeah, he came from the Broncos.
And
he's a
now
defensive player.
He's with Miami.
Right.
Can Tua get it done?
I want to say yes.
He got it done at Alabama, but these are grown men.
Yeah, I want to say he's in a tough division.
He is.
And you got to play Buffalo. I think they beat Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken. They did beat them.
They did.
But they got to play Buffalo now
in
Buffalo. And
Buffalo going to hand them their...
Oh, they're looking forward to them.
I know they are. All right, let's keep moving. So something that saddened me, you're watching PEG-RAG TV, the Ernest Faison Show. We're doing a football show, and you're looking at America's team. And you're looking at the New York Football Giants. I got my guest, Mr. Holly Walton, on. We hope that you're enjoying this because we certainly are. We could do this all day. But in the context of time, I was very saddened by Thursday Night Football finally giving in to the almighty dollar to Jeff Bezos. What do I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen? You used to be able to catch Thursday Night Football on, was it Fox?
Fox.
On Fox.
Yes.
Now Jeff Bezos comes in after all of these years, and he unseats Fox for the rights, and now you've got to pay for Thursday Night Football. And by the way, I hate to say it, but it's coming, and we spoke about it. You're going to have to start paying for football to watch it, as we know, in the next 5 years. Do you agree?
I agree 100%. I think football is going to be now, everybody's going to have to pay a lot of money to see them. They're going to be on different
It's
channels.
on Prime.
Prime.
Is that right?
Amazon's got it too.
Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon.
all of them. They
and
all.
you and I, me being in radio and television, I can tell you that the quality of the picture, because it's a feed, it's not off the satellite.
Right,
It's
right.
kind of grainy.
It is. And you know when they start that XFL in football, remember that was like that until they really started getting into it, and they have to get the right people working to get it going, and it's going to be trouble.
You told me that back in the 40s that Providence had a professional football team.
The Steamrollers.
The Steamrollers.
Yeah, the Providence Steamrollers.
So I'm putting out flyers to Mr. Jerry Morgan. Mr. Jerry Morgan, if you're listening,
That's
Mr.
right.
Holly Walton, we're going to try to get you on the TV show. It will be a pleasure and an honor. We hope you're enjoying this, because we certainly are. We just told you that Fox has just lost Thursday Night Football, so you got to download an app or something.
Yes, you do.
to
Or you got to buy
Amazon,
the channel.
Or buy the channel, Amazon Prime, which is a bummer, really. Daniel Snyder, I think he's going to sell the Washington Commanders. I wanted to call them the Redskins.
Right. Well, I understand what everything political, right, and everything. You have to get it straightened, but I don't like the
He
Commanders.
does some dirty
I think he needs to leave.
Yeah.
He's-
He does some dirty
He's
dealing.
also very racist too.
Yeah, he is.
So I think he needs. They're going to force him out.
So the Patriots, they've seen their best days, right?
I think they did, but I think they will not.
Zappe or Jones?
I still take Jones, mainly because he comes from that Alabama quarterback.
Okay. Nick Saban.
Nick Saban
He's
has
got the
that. That's
discipline.
his.
He's got the structure.
There you go.
But Zappe is not bad.
Zappe's not bad, but you remember when they were doing that flip-flop when they came back,
Yeah.
he threw 3 interceptions.
He did. He did. Your thoughts on the NFL adding another game? So it's 17 games. Are people's careers going to be cut short because
I think
of the
it will
extra game?
be. I think it will be, but actually they're taking away the extra, games that you have, practice games that you have.
Yeah, with the preseason.
Preseason. Now that's gone. They're
Correct.
taking another one.
Correct.
And I'll tell you another one. In 2 years, it'll be 18 games.
That's true. I'm rapid firing here now. Who's the best running back in the game right now?
My man.
You say
Barkley.
Saquon.
Saquon, yeah.
You know what?
without
I'm
doubt.
happy to see Saquon. I'm not one of these fans. I'm a true blue Dallas Cowboy fan.
Right.
But what an excellent talent. I'm glad to see him come back.
Me too.
And he's got his explosiveness back.
Yes,
they say an ACL, it takes about
Right.
2 years.
It does. And you
before
saw him
get
struggle.
your-
You
get
saw him
your
struggle.
Yeah.
You
but
saw him
he's
struggle.
a beast
He's
now.
a beast. Man.
He's a man-child.
Yeah, he is.
But then there's a guy in Tennessee, King Henry,
Whoa, he's
who ran
tough.
for 219 yards last week.
And remember, last year he got hurt with his foot.
Yeah.
And he still gained 980 yards.
All right, Holly, we're going to get into it. Like I said, rapid fire.
Okay, here we go.
We got the AFC. In the AFC, by the way, East, ladies and gentlemen, you got the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and the Pats. The Bills are 7-1. And I hate to say it, but if my Dallas Cowboys don't win it, I do believe that, unfortunately, Buffalo will probably win it. The Dolphins look good. They just got Chubb.
Right.
The Jets are surprising people. The jury's still out on the Pats.
Yes, they are.
All right, so we progress into the AFC North, which consists of the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers. I don't know what happened to the Steelers. They got rid of Claypool. The Browns, Deshaun Watson, can he come back and save them? I'm not sure. The Bengals, I think they got a Super Bowl hangover.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens are the dark horse team that could take everybody.
Well, you got to watch them. They're
Yeah.
very good. That quarterback is the one that makes that team.
Oh, by the way, my cousin Ray Lewis, so he established something
There you go.
there.
There you go.
Okay, so, him and Ed Reed
Oh, yeah.
and Suggs,
Miami guys.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to keep moving. The AFC South, Titans, Colts, Jags, Texans. Who do you see? I think the Tennessee Titans, man, be careful with them, man.
The Titans right now, they're 5-2, and they got a big game
Sunday night.
That's
and
right.
They're
playing Kansas City.
All right, we're going to go to that juggernaut division. That's the AFC West. That's the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and the Raiders. Nobody's going to beat Patrick Mahomes.
No.
What happened to the Chargers?
The Chargers, they're 4-3.
Injuries?
They have got a lot of injuries, but
Yeah.
the most disappointing is Las Vegas.
Oh, the Raiders. What in the world? Al Davis would be rolling over in his grave right now.
Well,
They got beat 24-0 by
And
the
his
Saints.
son's in charge. you
I know it. All right, let's switch up to NFC. Them boys. NFC, what, weak? NFC least? NFC beast. We got the Cowboys, the Giants, the Commanders, want to call them the Redskins, and the Eagles. The Eagles are the class of the NFL.
Nobody thought they were going to be that good.
I know. The 8-0?
They're going to be 8-0. They're 7-0 right now. They're going to be 8-0.
I think so. They play the Texans.
They play the Texans, and Texans got nothing
that's
for
gonna be
them.
a victory. Watch out for the Giants, man.
The Giants, nobody expected. The Giants only won 4 games last year.
I like Brian Daboll, who
Yes.
was the quarterback whisperer for Josh Allen.
Right.
So they look good. But the Cowboys, I think that's a Super Bowl defense. I think Michael Parsons, I think Dak has had time to sit back and understand.
The only thing with Dallas is they got to use those 2 running backs.
That's right. The 49ers will be there. All right, we're coming toward the end. See how quick this go. Give me the 2 teams from the AFC that's going to vie for the Super Bowl, and then the 2 teams from the NFC.
I am going to go with the Bills in Kansas City.
I'm going, Bills, Kansas City with a dark horse, the Ravens.
The Ravens, yep.
Okay, and the NFC?
I'm going to go with Dallas. And
You're a
Dallas,
smart man.
Yeah, Dallas. And I'm going to go with San Francisco.
San Francisco. With the honorable mention to the Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah.
All right, so we talked about them. And finally, Holly, who is going to hoist that Vince Lombardi trophy?
I think it's going to be the Bills this year.
I wouldn't be mad at them. Even though I'm a Dallas Cowboy
Right.
fan, I would like to see that. But the Bills look like they're rolling.
Yes.
Cowboys are right there. But it's going to be interesting, though.
Oh, it's a great season.
It is a great season. You have been watching PEG, RITV, the Ernest Faison Show. I got my buddy, Mr. Holly Walton. He's got the wrong jersey. He got the New York Football Giants. We got America's team. We hope that you enjoyed it. It's been fun, but we've got to run. Take care of yourself. Until next time, in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, Vince Lombardi. That was right on, man.
It was good.
We hit it all.
Yeah,
we
we had
rolling
a good
it.
time, man.
Bling, 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 bling. He's a Rastaman doing his thing. You see that bling, 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 bling. Hey, laddie man. Some people have to know the diamond ring. Driving around with spinning rims. Walking down the street in fancy things, but you really don't know anything. They just got bling,